Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Kareem. It's teacher Abd Samad. Inshallah, in this lesson we're going to learn something about volumes. So we learn inshallah volume of two different shapes. So the first shape volume that we're going to learn is volume of cylinder. Volume of cylinder. And second shape will be volume of a cube. So volume of cylinder, basically, if you remember, we learned theory of circle. We learned how to find the area of the circle, the perimeter of the circle. So before we talk about the circle, I'll draw here the shape of the cylinder. Cylinder is continuous by like a circle that has a height that can take something. That's why we call by a volume. It has height and it has a radius or diameter. So that's called by cylinder. So basically, if you remember the theory of the circle, we know that the area of the circle we can find pi r square. Then after, we know we can find this area of the circle of the cylinder by r square. So and we have a height, and we know the difference between the area and the volume is the area, unit of area is meter square or centimeter square, while volume, the unit of the volume is meter cubic or centimeter cubic or millimeter cubic, whatever. So because we know volume, we multiply in three different sides, and area we know we multiply in two sides. So if we know the area of the circle, so we just multiply in the height to find out the formula of the volume of cylinder. So the volume of the cylinder will be, was the area of the circle. We know the area of the circle is pi r square times, was that what we have height as well, times the height. This would be the formula of the volume of cylinder. So if we want to calculate volume of cylinder, we can find pi r square times height. Okay, so right now we make the formula. So formulas, math formulas, you don't need to memorize, but easily if you understand, you can make up your own formula. So if I ask to you, make a formula for the volume of, let's say, rectangle. So let's say we have this rectangle, and we need to make volume to find the volume of the rectangle. So you can see the shape of the rectangle is only two-dimensional shape. It has basically length and it has width as well, or length and height. So we know the area of the rectangle we can find by length times base, or basically length times width. So volume of the rectangle as well, we can find area times the length. So if you have the area, we're just multiplying by the amount of the length. So that's how we're making the formula of the volume as well. So the shapes, like different shapes, they have different formula for the volumes. So today we're only learning two shapes. The first shape will be volume of cylinder, and we talk about here because we said we know the area of the the area of the circle in the cylinder, that is pi r square, and then we multiply in the height. The formula of the volume of cylinder, we can find pi r square times height, and we know the pi is equal to 3.14 or is equal to 22/7 when we write in as a fraction. Okay, so let's calculate one example for finding the volume of a cylinder. Example 1. Okay, find the volume of the following cylinders. Okay, number 1, we have this cylinder. So basically the drawing is not accurate. So we have the radius, we have 4 centimeters, and the height we have 12 centimeters as well. We need to find the volume. So we know that the volume equal to pi r square times height. So volume equal to, pi we know is 3.14 times, was the radius 4 centimeter square, times was the height 12 centimeters. Then after, the volume will be equal to we're multiplying 4 square. 4, we're doubling 4 because it's square. So what's 4 square? 4 square, we know it's 16. But then after we're doing 3.14 times 4 square is 16. Centimeter times centimeter is centimeter square. Time is 12 centimeter. Then after we're finding the volume, we're multiplying 3.14 times 16. So which way we're multiplying 3.14, we're taking out the square,